Our catchment goes as far as west as Charleville into the Sunset. Go as south as Warwick and Gundawindi and Stanthorpe and Texas and Tenterfield. Our whole region is a part of this team. Great team, great teammates, and a privilege to be around, and I'm just so excited that they will be able to show our community and the rest of the state what our Southwest girls have.
1, 2, 3, fly!
So I was born in Charleville and raised Southwest region, out near Eula. My mum and dad owned a pub out there, the Eula Queen Hotel. Being raised as a normal country kid, riding horses, motorbikes, going out pigging, doing all those fun things. This opportunity for the Clydesdales, I guess it's an inaugural site. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To have my name on that list with those other girls is something really important to me, and especially for the community, for Toowoomba itself. The NRLW is a very big dream of mine, and to even just tick off the BMD, that's the start to that opportunity, and I really wish to, get there one day, whether it's this year, next year, or in the coming years. I guess I didn't really realise what kind of support I had behind me from my home regions, and making that jump, I've got an overwhelming amount of support from home, whether it's Roma, Cunnamulla, Eula. It's been crazy. Even just in my household, it's been a very emotional running out the other day for the BMD ladies, and I FaceTimed Dad. He was in having surgery on his shoulder, and when I FaceTimed him, he couldn't do anything but cry. He couldn't even hang up the phone, but it's just, I guess being able to fly the flag for your region and your family is something that's very special, and I'll hold that close to my heart.
I'm in the Australian Army. I'm a sergeant at the School of Army Aviation. I've been in the Army for 14 years. Currently the sole parent of my 18-month-old daughter Edie. We currently live in Toowoomba but work in Oakey. Since moving to Toowoomba and Oakey, I've really found my place. It's kind of like a home away from home. I grew up in northern New South Wales on a farm out of a very small country town. After having many years in capital cities like Brisbane and Sydney, moving to Toowoomba, you get that nice relaxed feel. Everyone says hello down the street. They're all very welcoming, especially within the Clydesdales Club. They are so passionate and family driven, and it's really good to see. I think the first training session with the Western Clydesdales, I went up to Mitch afterwards and I said thank you very much for igniting that spark in me. It was much needed after having maternity leave. Maternity leave is very challenging and isolating at times, so to come back, find that spark has been absolutely amazing for not only my physical health but my mental health as well. For the inaugural Western Clydesdales team, I just hope that we can get out there, show all the young girls that they're relatively new to the game, but show them what they can do, show the grit of the Toowoomba region.
So growing up, I used to do gymnastics, my sister did that, so I just wanted to do whatever she did, and then ended up going into touch football and played that since I was 7 years old. And I remember always being at football, watching my brother play, and my dad and cousins, everybody sort of played, and I said to my dad, I want to play rugby league, and he said, no, same thing, girls don't play rugby league. And it probably took me about 2 or 3 years to convince him to let me play, and he sort of turned around and said to me, yes, you can play, but you have to wear shoulder pads and headgear and everything like that. So he eventually let me play, and I started playing for the Oakey Bears, played in under 10s to under 12s, and that's sort of how my rugby league journey started. I used to almost hide that I was a girl, so I'd wear my headgear and I'd have my little blonde hair hanging out the back, but they didn't actually know that I was a girl because, I was the only girl in the competition. All the boys thought it was just a boys' competition, and I remember I'd just run and someone would tackle and they'd just be like, smash him! And then they'd tackle me and be like, oh, it's a girl. And it's because nobody knew. They just did, and I just used to half laugh as if but I was just lucky I was quite fast, so I just used to be a little bit cheeky in my head and be like, all right, well, catch me if you can. When I found out there was going to be a Western Clydesdales team in the BMD Premiership, it was very exciting. For someone like myself growing up in the region and having to go away to Brisbane or other places to play rugby league and pursue my dream, it made me really excited for the local girls in the community that they now have this opportunity to be able to play rugby league, and there's actually a pathway here in Toowoomba for them to play in the best competition in Queensland. So yeah, it's just so exciting for the region, and there's been so much support come on board for sponsorship and even the calibre of players that we've got coming from, NRLW or, other teams to come and play for the Western Clydesdales. It's very exciting for the region. Even growing up, it was always watching the men's NRL and saying, I want to be like Maddie Bowen one day or something like that. So now for those young girls actually growing up and having that pathway in rugby league, they can now, turn around and be like, I want to be the Ali Brigginshaw, or I want to be the Shanice Zolka. And to me, that's just, very humbling and, just really exciting as well. My overall goal just for this year is just to play as a consistent footy and just continuing to improve. And, you might have played at the top level, but there's always something you can do or be better at. So probably for me, within the BMD, the Clydesdales team, is just to be a bit of a leader and, pass on my experiences to the girls and be able to help them out wherever I can and pass on my knowledge. And then obviously my goal is to make Origin again. It's, for me, obviously even this year, just having a game at Suncorp is, a dream to be able to play at Suncorp in a state of origin in front of your, family and friends. So that would be the goal for there. And then, as I said, if you're just playing consistent, good footy, the rest of it comes off the back of that.